Hello, I have the simplest repair job to do on this synthesizer here. This is the Studio Electronics code. I think it's the OM8, not too sure. But the actual repair job for this is it's all working fine. It's just you can't turn it off. It's just a power switch. So I got this on the desk and I thought, I'll just change the power switch and send it back to its owner and job done. However, I thought I'd try and make a little video out of this, because this is a really interesting synth. It's an 8-voice synthesizer. From what I know, there's sort of lots of cards in there for the voices and filters and all sorts of things in here. This comes with, say, the SEM and the mini filters, but you can add CS80 filters and all sorts of things in there. But I haven't heard it. I'm going to plug it in and have a play with it later. I'll just fix this little switch. But basically, I just want to sort of be nosy and see what's going off inside here, because quite an interesting thing. These are the people who made the SEO2 with Roland, you know, the little sort of plug-out boutique synthesizer thing. And I think that's the only actual analog-ish synth in the Roland boutiques. So that was sort of a collaboration between Roland and Studio Electronics. And I've heard that in the music shop and it sounds really, really good. This I haven't heard yet, apart from one demo by Mr. Firechild. And yeah, it sounds pretty amazing. But anyhow, blah, 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 rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. I'm just going to fix this switch, open it up and just have a nosy around on the inside and see what's going on in here. It's quite a big, heavy sort of rack mount box, so I don't know, there could be a lot going on in there. I'm not sure about taking these two screws out here. I've got a feeling this is nothing to do with keeping the lid on. So let's have a look. Yeah, that moves. Ah, this is also attached to the front faceplate as well. So I like to make a little map of all the screws. Well, not a map, but put them in the same sort of order as they come out of something. That way, even the screws all go back in the same holes that they came out of. Some of them are taller, some of them are shorter. And it just makes it easy. Instead of throwing them all into a pot and then putting the wrong screws in the wrong holes, I just put them in a little shape to match what's going off here. Right, I'm just going to look under the edge to make sure there's nothing attached to these two screws. That's sort of important as I lift it. Oh no, it's just a bracket. So here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Oh, that's nice. That's nice and neat. That's your 8 voices all stacked up. The kind of controller is here, and then these are sort of 8 mini Moogs, if you like, with these extra cards plugged in. Now on the display, going around, I don't know what I'm doing with this synthesizer. I really haven't got a clue, but I've been playing around with it, and apparently this has the extra CS80 filters on it. Which ones they are, I haven't got a clue. So we know as standard it comes with 2 lots of filters, but then you can buy extras and add them to it. So I believe this is the CS80 filter, which is the additional one that somebody's obviously purchased later. So how do I get to this simple job of just repairing this actual power switch here? Right, looks like I've got to undo 3 more screws. It's got 3 sets of envelopes on there as well. One for the filter contour, one for the amplifier contour, and one for the assign an external input. I did look on the back and it's got 8 external inputs. I wonder... You see, the sad thing is, with some of the electronic stuff that I repair, I don't actually know anything about them. Some things are completely new to me. But electronics is quite basic, really, once you get to learn about it. So it doesn't really matter what the item is. All the electronics is just a mishmash of the same components in different orders. I'm not sure about static damage and things to this, but I'm not going to be touching any boards. It's just the power switch that I'm going into. But when you get into something like this is, like I say, this is a pretty expensive synthesizer. You don't want your static to destroy it, so you've got to have protection against that. It doesn't matter which way round these two go back on. That's why they're both the same colour, because it doesn't matter. It's just a single pole switch. So see if I can get this out. If I push there, no. See, I'm trying to be too careful with it, but then it is an expensive thing. Now you're almost free, apart from that earth lead, but at least I can get a look down there. Come on, you can do this. You swine. I might have to unsolder that earth cable, so I've got somewhere to work. The earth cable doesn't unplug at that end. No, it's just stopping me getting in there. Come on, melt. Ha 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 ha. Right. That makes life easier. Right, just clear this off the desk now, and then I can have a good go at that. Put on my little cotton gloves, because I don't want to leave my dirty fingerprints all over this wonderful machine. Well, I don't want to spend time having to clean it afterwards, really. Right, now I can get some force. There we go, that's moving. Good. Come on. Keep going. Ta-da! See, it clicks into place, but it doesn't physically turn off inside. So the switch is no good. So I've got to find one of them, or something close enough to fit into that gap. Alright, what have we got in here? Oh, there's a nice one. Maybe not. I want to get the same if possible. So that's no good. That hasn't got a 1 and a 0 on it. Oh no, it's spring loaded. That one automatically springs back. That's no good. You have to switch it on and keep your finger on it. How about red? No. Maybe if it was green, because of all the green LEDs, that would be good. Well, would you believe it? Look at that. Oh, hang on. Which is the broken one? No, this is a good one. That's the broken one. That would be a bit stupid, wouldn't it? They're different brand names. This one's called Switch, because it's a switch. And this one's called Light Country. But they're the same switch. Okay, that'll do. There you go. There's the replacement. Put that away on the shelf. I don't want to put it back in here in case I put it on something else in the future and it's no good. Right, okay, look. That's how simple this job is. Did anyone take notice of which way up this went? I think it's probably one goes upwards, because in America they switch the switches upwards to turn them on, and in England we switch the switch downwards to turn it on. So it must have been that way up. I'm sure it was. Hang on, I'm just going to replay some video and just check which way up that was. It's pretty stupid, that, wasn't it? I'm going on all about putting the screws in the same place, in the same pattern, so everything goes back exactly where it's come from and everything. And I didn't even bother to look which way round the switch went. But anyhow, here goes. Let's have a look. Ooh, it's a bit of a tight fit, but it is the same switch. I'm sure it is. There you go. Look at that. It's like a brand new one. I don't know how old this is. I don't think it's very old. But then, as I said earlier, let's have a little look inside here. I'm not going to take any of these boards out because I don't want to move anything unnecessarily. Just the faceplate, do the job. As long as it still works, I'm okay. Because I can't afford, if I destroy this, I can't afford to sort of pay for it. I've just been having a look on the internet to try and figure out what these filters are. Now, apparently, when you buy this, there's one of the filters is hardwired into the actual voice card, and that's the classic Oberheim. Then you get the, I think this one here in slot 1, this is the Moog, if you like, Moog or Moog, mini filter. So you get the sort of voice board, the Oberheim, and the Moog mini filter. But this has got 2 more sets of filters on it. This one, I think, is probably the CS80, and this one, well, I haven't got a clue. Because looking online at the different filters, they kind of use the same image for every filter, and these clearly are different to one another. But anyhow, very interesting. And apparently the filters don't operate in series or parallel with each other. Each voice card can access all 4 filters individually. So that kind of makes it a very, very powerful sort of synthesizer, the way that sort of works like that. Right, okay, so just solder that earth wire back onto here, that ground wire or earth wire, and then I'm going to start assembling it and just have a couple of minutes play just to see what it sounds like. I've got to get this back as soon as possible. I can't really keep it too long, sadly, but hopefully if that switch works, the job's done. Nice and simple. I don't really want to go delving into all of this because I don't fully know enough about this machine. So, okay, soldering iron on. Let me just do this and I'll reassemble the front panel, check the switch, stick the lid on and just have a play with a few of the sounds. Right, so it's plugged in and there's nothing on, which means I might have fixed it. Ah, it works. I know it's only a simple switch, but yeah, it's a synthesizer. Nice. So I've just plugged the MIDI into the back and the left and right outputs to the speakers through the amp, etc. And yeah, let's see what sort of sounds is in this thing. Bit more volume. Try again. Sounds nice. Now, like I say, I don't know anything about this at all. Yeah, okay. I don't really want to be playing about... Oh, OB strings. So that's... I wonder what the OB is. Try that deeper. Ah. Does it take these controls from the Keylab? Oh good, yeah. So we can do a lot of the controls up here from your MIDI keyboard as well. Very nice. So, what's this? Village strings. It's nice and punchy. Yeah, interesting device. Like I say, I've kind of seen them in the backgrounds of some studios and things, but I've never really properly heard one until I watched a video earlier of Mr. Firechild, who tends to do great examples of lots of synthesizers and things. So if you've not seen him, I suggest you go and have a look at some of his videos. He's got some great synthesizers and does some wonderful performances as well. And he's done one on this much better than I could. That's the Stella Farfisa. I don't even know how many voices is in this thing. You know, how many patches even. Let's have a look. Modulation is speed and depth for LFO 1 and 2. Put a bit of glide on. Yeah, not the world's best performer, but it's just a little example of what this thing does. Just get through a few more. That's nice. Mellotron. Okay, so yeah, it's probably a little bit of a boring video, just a quick switch fix type of thing. But I thought, I've never seen inside one of these, and I've just popped the lid off and let you have a little look around inside. And if you like that video, please give us a thumbs up and click that bell, because that always helps. And yeah, I'll get on to repairing something else soon. Hopefully something a little bit more advanced than just changing an on-off switch. But like I say, I wasn't going to make this video. I was just going to fix that and send it back, and it's got to go back. Anyway, I'm off. Got to send it back. Bye-bye.